Let's see here. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Dave Campbell.
Here.
Stephen DeArmond.
Here.
Larry Sayre.
Here.
Mark Terry.
Here.
Aaron Wilson.
Here.
Bill Wilson. Venus Shade.
Here. Is there anyone that wished to be heard? I'm sorry, Matt.
Yeah, I just wanted to see if maybe, if we're gonna be in this room from now on, if maybe you guys can rearrange the table so you're all facing us and we can actually hear you sometimes.
Oh, we'll have to see what we can do. If this table's separated, that would be great.
Yeah, I don't know if you could do like an L like that way and then everybody would be looking at us or something. I mean, something different, 'cause that's how we can't hear what you're saying.
We can look at it. Yeah, thank you for the suggestion. We'll look at it though. Anyone else? Okay, consent agenda. Anyone have anything on the consent agenda they would like to look closer at or have removed? If not, we'll entertain a motion.
Under E, the pony leg, did they use that field last year? Green acres?
Yes.
If they did?
Yes,
Okay.
yes. If I'm not mistaken, they just use it for practice.
Yeah.
They don't play games there, they just practice.
The girl was.
That's softball, and that's later in the year.
Okay,
I think it's right after that, Larry.
okay. Move we accept the consent agenda.
I'll second.
Any further discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? I'll move on to the regular agenda. Ms. Diana?
So I received a letter from the Tax Claim Bureau for 305 South Pine Road, Lot 19. It's in the repository for unsold properties, and there was an offer made of $50 from Courtney Williams, and she wants to tear down the property, and it's in pretty bad shape. I did check with Rex, and he said he thinks that we should accept the offer accordingly, but I do need council's approval to do that.
Make a motion.
Second. This is,
Any further discussion?
yeah, this is down there in the trail court by Rec Park, so
okay.
anytime we can ever get somebody to
Take some responsibility.
clean it up.
Good for her. Send her a thank you letter too. Oh, everybody in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed?
So we have an approval here to release 2016 CDBG funds in the amount of $224.93. It's for the Big Brothers, Big Sisters. Again, this is our fair share, and this was money promised years prior to. But I do need council's approval to go ahead and release those funds.
There was something in the paper by the commissioners about that.
It's probably the resolution, which is my next thing to revise the 16, but I can get to that as soon as, unless you want me to talk about it now.
Well, that has to do with the,
It's actually taking, if we pay this bill, okay, then all of the other money, we have a little bit of money left over, and we want to actually move that money to a different project. So it's for the resolution, which I have on the next part on the agenda, but that's what you probably saw in the paper.
It is what it is. I make a motion to release the 2016 CDBG funds. I'll second.
All those in favor, or any other discussion? Sorry. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed?
no.
The next one is the resolution that we were talking about there, Larry. It is to decrease, so there was remaining funds left over from the Big Brothers Big Sisters 2016 CDBG program in the amount of $1,398.59. So what they'd like to do is move that money from that and increase it to the 2016 ADA ramps project for South Brown Street, which we're looking to be doing this year. But to do that, we would have to have council's approval by resolution.
So we're just moving the money from the Big Brothers Big Sisters fund, which was, and then moving it to the ADA ramps.
Yep.
Because it's a remaining balance.
Correct.
Is that the change in the Lewistown Borough budget that the commissioners said they okay?
They wouldn't have anything to do with our budget.
That's what I wonder.
Yeah, because I.
It says in their report, in the county commissioner's report, it says commissioners also approved budget revisions for Lewistown Borough Council.
Lucas.
Yes,
seems to have.
at their meeting last Thursday, the commissioners did reallocate those same
Is that
Big
what you're
Brothers Big
talking about?
Sisters funds.
Okay.
Same thing.
Yep. And since DCD has now given all administration capabilities to the county, they do the final paperwork for Granville Township, Brown Township, and Lewistown Borough as well.
Well, what my question is, why are we putting that money back in to the
Yep.
Big Brothers Big Sisters?
Big Brothers Big Sisters was here 3 or 4 years ago and requested a fair share allocation, since Big Brothers Big Sisters provides services to multiple areas in Mifflin County. They received an even distribution from Granville Township, Brown Township, the Borough, and Mifflin County. Since Big Brothers Big Sisters ceased operating in Mifflin County, they no longer were allocated those funds for 1920. So this is the paperwork to return those funds that were previously allocated, because we allocate like 3 years in advance. It's now bringing it back to your general CDBG account, which I believe we're redirecting to the streets.
Right.
Okay, okay.
So on how they worded that in the Sentinel area, but I don't know.
A little confusing.
Better to ask.
So I do need council's approval.
So I'll make a motion to approve to adopt that resolution.
We have- Any other discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed?
So the last thing I have on is, I don't have to go over number 4, but number 5, the PennDOT had reached out to me. They want to have an open house down there for the Valley Street project that's going to be happening. And they were asking if council would waive the fees for using the half of the community room. So the fee is $100. And so what is council's wishes? They're gonna be setting up different displays down there, so I recommend council go down for the project. It sounds pretty interesting to look at. But council needs to let me know if they want to request, if they want to waive the fees or no.
It seems like every meeting we have requests for
We,
free, and I don't think we should start.
I agree, Larry, we won't do it for anybody else.
Then where do you draw the line?
Well, nobody makes a motion, why?
That's right.
All right. Thank you.
Okay. Is the fire chief here? No. Okay. Mayor's out. She's sick. Oh, Dave, you're next.
So this is up to me. I'll be brief. My statistics for the month of January, we had 419 calls for service, 22 traffic citations, 17 non-traffic, and 50 written warnings for the month. And that's all I have. It's been a pretty uneventful month.
Good, you should knock on wood.
That's good.
Okay. and Rec Board did not meet. We're up to you, Mark.
We have an ordinance that's been advertised and it's here for your consideration tonight for adoption, having to do with street sweeping on Harding Avenue. The entire length of Harding Avenue will be parking prohibited from 11 p.m. Sunday night to 7 a.m. Monday morning.
Really, just to recap for everybody that wasn't here or wasn't involved in the law and ordinance discussion. The street sweeping has been getting done.
We just never had it
It's
on
just never been in writing, so to speak.
For whatever reason, yeah, Harding Avenue didn't make it into the ordinance.
So nothing's really changing, it's just adding it to the ordinance to make it right.
Correct.
I make a motion that we adopt the ordinance.
Resolution.
Ordinance.
Oh, sorry, ordinance.
I second the motion.
Any further discussion?
So you can just pass it down.
Roll call?
Dave Campbell,
Yes.
Stephen DeArmond,
Yes.
Larry Sear,
Yes.
Mark Terry,
Yes.
Aaron,
Yes.
Bill Wilson, Gina Shea.
Yes.
I have some executive session issues, but otherwise that's it for tonight.
Okay. We have some unfinished and new business, and I believe the only, under A, the review of committee appointments. Everybody should have gotten my email that I sent out. Okay. If anybody has an issue, let me know. We also had, I vacated my position on the police advisory board. We had someone apply, Rebecca Scott, applied to be on that advisory board. So we would need to adopt a resolution to place her on that.
So we need a motion for the appointment.
Correct.
I would make a motion that we appoint Rebecca Scott to the police advisory board.
And I seen her application, she was applying for a vacant council
Right.
spot as well, so I would second that motion.
Okay. Any other discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Mr. Perry?
All right, so coming out of the finance subcommittee, I have some approval for the board. The first one being the approval of the contract with McClure Company for the boiler maintenance at the wastewater treatment facility. The cost of $2,272 semi-annual check to keep the boiler running.
I make a motion we approve the contract. We're gonna take care of the boiler. I second it.
Discussion?
Get any other prices?
Go ahead.
Yeah, he definitely checked around to see if he could beat that pricing. With the familiarity that they already have with the company and the relationship they've already formed, he's hard pressed to find
Who check?
Don
Mr.
Goodrich.
Goodrich. And he says you're not gonna really beat that contract price with the checking he has done.
Larry, they've been the ones that have maintained it up to this point. That's what was.
He said they're really good about calling as soon as, or coming as soon as the call, so. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed?
Okay, and the second item from the finance subcommittee was the approval to continue purchasing the budgeted items The budgeted items would be the UV roof over the crane, gas compressor roofs, WCS van, laptops for the wastewater treatment plant, a security camera upgrades, phone system upgrades, LED lighting, the wastewater treatment plant, camera cradle for the 24-inch pipe stormwater, 2 key tags, refuse packer, computer upgrades for the Borough Hall, and add a filter pad cover for pools budgeted in, I guess, the general budget cap.
Why do we need approval if they already, I mean, if this has already been okay?
Well,
Well, we
that's
just-
been
yeah,
questioned.
we was gonna say, we talked about that too, we just wanted to make sure that everybody kind of knew what was happening.
Just a recommendation, that's what was said, just a recommendation for the council to approve as a whole.
I don't necessarily know if we needed approval, it's just an awareness to everybody that we were gonna go ahead and he was gonna purchase these items.
We've been doing it, maybe we'll keep it up.
Well, I guess that is the question, though, and what we did discuss in finance. And Mr. Remy, maybe you can clarify or shed some light. So, things like vehicles, things
That are already-
like maintenance, parts and whatnot, that are already in the budget for this year, so they've been approved to do. Do we need to then come to council and vote on them again?
I mean, if it's something that requires a new contract, then I would say you should probably come back and do it. But if you're just purchasing items that are already budgeted, I don't think it's necessary. I think you can.
We thought it was kind of redundant
Yeah,
as well,
you just want to
but,
let people know, or you can just do it by report and say, hey,
Yeah.
listen, here's what we did.
Now, does the dollar amount, is there a threshold there that would change your?
Well, the contract dollar amounts are all set by statute for, bid and whatnot.
But I mean, would the same apply for a vehicle, let's say?
Oh, yeah, a vehicle's going to be over your,
I
we thought
understand
if
that.
it's already approved in the budget.
well, yeah, because what you're probably going to have to do is sign a contract with the vendor.
Right.
And at that point, you should get authorization to have the contract signed. Otherwise, if you're just making a purchase that doesn't require anybody to do anything, then it's up to council how you want to handle it.
Do you want to be made aware? Do you want to approve it again, or do we want to just, if it's in the budget and there's no change to the contract, do you want to just go ahead and just be informed?
I thought there was a fee or something, that as long as you didn't go over that fee, you could buy it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she can approve 5,000, yes.
Okay, well, cars can definitely be over that.
Right, right.
So, I mean, why do we need to have a meeting each time somebody wants to buy 2 packs of light bulbs or,
Well, we don't, no, but this is just a significant amount that was in the budget for the water.
over $5,000?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. That's the question, if it was already in the budget,
If it was
the
approved,
budget was
if it was
approved,
approved in the budget, then it's approved.
I'm just asking
So
how
we just
everyone would
come back
like to
and
be,
Report.
that works for me. Okay. Yeah, like I said, we had talked about that at finance too, we thought it was redundant, but we wanted to make sure everyone was aware. Okay.
So-
Next, yeah,
So we're saying that does not need approval.
so we need to rescind that motion.
Yes, if there's
Yeah.
two urge, yes.
There were two.
Yes.
So I think it was Mr. Wilson. Didn't you guys make motions to approve that? No? Oh, I thought you did. Okay.
Yeah, so
We're on track, number 3.
So number 3, the approval of wage increase by resolution. And Schedule 2.6 in Section 3, the 2020 salary wage schedule for staff, employees, and police employees. Zeke Phillips holds position of the wastewater treatment plant assistant of operations, and with a modification of his existing salary of $45,621 to amend the salary to $47,709, because last year he was promoted to the position of assistant.
No.
Wait,
He's been in that position for quite some
for
time.
more than 2 years?
Yes, yes, it's
Well, when he-
45,021,
021.
and we're gonna amend it to 47,709.
And when he took the promotion, my understanding was he was never given a wage increase.
Correct. Right, he got the 3% contractual
Right.
raises each
But he
year,
didn't get
but,
the promotional increase.
Correct.
For the
For the
position.
position change.
Yeah.
right. And this too was this in the budget?
Yeah, I
Yes,
think
it
it
too
was.
was in the budget, but it's a resolution, so we still need approval.
I move that we approve the resolution.
I'll say.
Any other discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed?
All right, and then we'd also like approval for purchasing a push camera from A&H. To repair this camera that they seem to use quite frequently was going to cost about $8,000 to repair the camera they currently use, which is 14 years old. And to replace the whole camera is $9,700. So after discussion, it seemed to make sense just to go with the new camera. And it comes with a 1-year warranty, and we checked the other vendors, that was the lowest price, and they all have about a 1-year warranty, if I understand.
Make a motion we approve purchasing of the push camera from A&H.
Okay.
Second.
Any other discussion? All those in favor say aye. Opposed?
All right, and the last item on my list here is approval for vendors to sell alcohol at the community center on March 28th.
March 28th is the date that we set for that spring festival type thing that we were gonna have down at the community center. And the thought was if you had places like Brookmere or Oliveros or, you know, Boston Hollow, any of the local wineries come in and sell, they, you know, we wanted permission since we require permission. It's not alcohol to drink there, it's just to sell their wine there.
I'll make a motion
Go ahead.
to approve for the vendors to sell alcohol at the community center.
I'll second.
Discussion?
What are you gonna do if somebody opens it down there?
I think maybe posting on the premises would be a good
Right.
preemptive strike.
What are you gonna do if somebody opens it down there, was my question. I didn't say what kind of notices were gonna be put on.
What happens if they?
Somebody goes in there and buys a bottle of wine or something, wants to taste it, they get outside, hey, well, it's pretty good, you know.
What happens if they do
Well,
that at the
that would
liquor
be-
store?
That would
Well,
be.
you're in violation of borough ordinance,
Yeah,
so you
well,
can
state
call the
law, too,
police
you can't
station.
have an open container, so then you can call the police.
Unbuilt fire company convention.
Exactly.
Fire convention do it.
Well, I was very sad. Some events actually allow them to consume
To
alcohol
taste.
within inside. Wait, okay.
Wait, you're talking like weddings and things like
Yes.
that? Yes, but we
Okay.
get approval for that, we have insurance for that, we have a ramp certified bartender for that.
But they don't sell it either.
Right, right. Yes, I'm
I
sorry.
think it's a piss poor thing for the borough that sells alcohol down there.
Go ahead, Russell.
Is there anything in place for carding on selling alcohol?
Oh, yeah, the vendor.
That would be the responsibility.
Yeah, they require.
They're required to do it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, just like you go into Brookmere and you buy a bottle of wine, they card you there. If they're set up at an event somewhere, they card you there as well.
Okay.
Well, Larry, I don't know if there's much difference between doing it at the community center than during, other events in town that we have. You know, they're occupying borough buildings, or buildings within the borough and selling wine and such as vendors. Everybody should be giving a certificate of liability insurance to us for this event, so. But that's up to us. I mean, we can certainly vote on it. We have a motion and a second. Any
These are
other?
primary local vendors, correct?
Correct.
That are selling.
Correct.
And, I mean, we're not, we're not talking about an ongoing, this is just part of a single day event,
Correct.
right? A special
Correct.
event?
Right. And I'm not even certain if we have any signed up to come, but this was kind of a preemptory strike that if they do, since it is next month, let's get it in, let's get it over with, and have a vote so that we know what to tell people when they're coming in and say, we'd like to come and sell wine here. So. Any other discussion? All those in favor of allowing vendors to sell alcohol at the community center, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, that was record fast. Any public comments?
I have something I want to bring up under unfinished or new business, I don't know what you'd want to call it.
Oh, no.
Who has constructed the signs down along the river going down toward Dredge Diner?
I have not seen those.
No trespassing, they have gates. Who put the gates up? Who?
Where exactly are you talking about?
I think,
Where they have the camping area, like going down along the river.
The river properties that we were talking
I
about
thought that was
last
Doug
year.
Sellers
Yeah.
that had
that's what
that.
I was to understand.
Yes.
Doug Sellers.
Yeah,
That's something that we do need to circle back around.
If they're operating a campground down there, then we need to put a tax on that property or if somebody's running a campground down there.
I think from previous discussions we had, Larry, wasn't the issue that we needed to have it surveyed because we weren't
Yes.
even sure?
Yes, but nobody wanted to have it surveyed.
Well, maybe we need to talk about that again.
I mean, Rex swears up and down that it's our property.
And that does lead to a question. I know a lot of people used to walk the trails down in through there. Now that it's posted, they don't. So I was just wondering what is, I mean, understandably, they purchased the property, but is there rights to walk along the river through there?
Yeah, I mean, I think we left it the last time at, if we really want to get involved with this, we're going to need to retain a surveyor and
Correct.
find out what we own and don't own.
Well, I mean, what's gonna happen down there if somebody drowns and they're camping down there or something, and they come back on the borough? Doug Sellers is gonna say, well,
Not mine.
it's borough property,
Right, I think it's
we're.
worth a closer look.
Plus, if it is his and he's running a campground down there, then we need to put some kind of regulations on it.
All can come.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
well, and we should be getting a fee for it.
I agree.
I don't disagree. I don't know where that would go, but I certainly don't disagree with what you're saying, Larry. So,
I'll make a motion then that we have it surveyed and see who it does belong to.
probably what you're,
Well,
do you want to do an RFP, or how do you want to?
That's what I was gonna say, do we
Yeah,
wanna
we'd have
maybe
to-
get some quotes and see?
We'd have to get a bid, wouldn't we?
Well,
Cost?
well, I mean, there's no sense getting bids if you aren't gonna do it. I mean, we can make a motion to
Oh.
do it and then get bids and come back and see if we're satisfied with the bids.
I agree.
I mean, that's the only, yeah, I just think something before, we're gonna soon be getting into that weather.
Season, yep.
People's gonna start pulling trailers in down there, you know, and I wanna know why the gate's shut if I wanna pull mine in, why they're allowed to do it and I can't.
Correct.
I don't disagree.
Nope, not at all. No. You made a
So-
motion?
Yeah, I mean, is that,
I made a motion.
Yeah, I know. Need someone to second.
so, I mean, that's what the motion should be to move forward, is that cut and dry?
It is for me.
I mean,
I don't know if we need a motion to get
normally, the way you would do it is you would have staff
the
get
bids.
proposals and then come back next month and say, we're gonna retain.
I don't know if we necessarily need a motion, but we need to direct staff to do that, Larry. I agree completely. So you want to rescind your motion?
Yeah.
Okay. Make sure that that gets done.
And do we need a separate motion to direct staff, or can we just do it as a discussion here?
I think we can just direct them.
There are rules about campgrounds and what they're supposed to do. I mean, I'm not really familiar with them, I've never even looked at these before, but you're supposed to have a register and licenses and things like that.
And when we were talking about the boarding house issues, with something like this,
Yeah, you
Very
already
similar.
have, yeah, you already have some rules in place about it.
Yep. Good thought, Larry. Anything else? Public comment? Okay, we are going to, oh, I'm sorry.
I just want to thank Diana for like working with me to try to get another meeting scheduled. I know we're working with, we're working with a firm, and you guys have apparently got a study back already from your firm, so we're just, her and I talked about, potentially just waiting for that to be done, and schedules, trying to coordinate, sometime mid-March.
Yes.
Like to get back together. I would, I'm not sure who all, has been involved with the whole discussion, but I see you guys are gonna take up a resolution, regarding the water authority. So I was just, I wanted to let everybody on council know, because I'm not sure if you're getting, what kind of information you're getting out there. But we are actively trying to work together with the borough on this thing, and I have talked to the people at all the township meetings, about, what potential things could be coming down the road for what we're hearing. So, but I want to let council know that we are very willing to sit down at the table and actually negotiate. I think the last thing I said to Diana the other day is that we're just gonna sit there and stare and not really get anywhere. That's not really productive, and I'm not interested in doing that, but.
As are we, and like you said, I think it's just a matter of getting schedules together there for March.
Okay, thanks.
Yeah, that's it. Okay, we're gonna move into executive session. All those in favor?
Is this the press release?
No. We need you second it? No, it's not. That's gonna come next.
What's this?
This is the resolution.
Okay.
I second this.
Discussion?
What's the resolution?
The water company resolution. I'm more than happy to give you a copy when we're done.
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah, is there any way you could read it
Um,
or highlight it?
could, it's about 5 pages.
Mark, is that,
I mean, I can go through the high points of it. So first off, it rescinds the December 26 resolution number 2019.57, repeals it rather. Let's see. It says that the borough signifies its intention and desire to acquire the assets of the authority pursuant to 5622A of the Authorities Act. It will, section 2 is it'll respect any outstanding obligations related to those assets. Section 3 says that it has to accept the obligations, that it will issue general or limited bonds of its own, that it will assume or guarantee obligations under existing Penvest loans, that it will lease water facilities to the authority to enable the water facilities to continue to be operated by the authority. It says in section 4 that proper officers of the borough authorized to do whatever documents are needed for this. Pursuant to 5622A, it directs the authority to immediately take all actions and execute all documents as directed. Pursuant to 5607C of the Act, it provides the authority shall undertake no project, borrow no money, and refrain from taking any other actions contrary to the intentions of this resolution. However, it's not intended to prohibit routine additions, repairs, contracts, or routine services, or cause interruptions in the authority's normal operations. President or vice president of council are authorized to execute any necessary agreements.
I think I got it.
Those are the gist, that's the gist of it.
Okay. So we had a motion and a second. Any other discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed?
Nay.
Okay.
Wow.
Yes. Go ahead.
I'll make a motion that we approve the press release relating.
Okay.
Second.
Any discussion on that? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed?
Nay.
And one more.
I'll make the recommendation of hiring employee A at, what is it, $40,664 a year
For the position,
for the position of assistant to the borough secretary.
secretary to the borough manager.
Secretary to the borough manager.
I second that.
Any discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
This will be by a resolution. Right.
Nay.
Okay, opposed?
Yes.
There you go. Okay. Anything else?
Move we adjourn.
Need a second?
Second.
All those in favor say
I
aye.
don't need a second.